Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? Somebody say something in chat. Happy to solve puzzles, but I don't love doing it to an empty room. Uh, well, hey, Logan. Good to see you. I'm doing pretty well. James, Todd. Excellent. Laura, welcome. All right. I announced this last time, but I have this beautiful new backdrop courtesy of ELOSF. One of our fans sent us this. He made it. It is gorgeous. I am somewhat skeptical of your claim, Logan. All right. I don't really have anything to announce. Zeta is going to do his usual stream this weekend. I am probably going to still stream a week from today, even though it is Thanksgiving in the United States. It's fine. I don't think we have any particular plans on the day. The only other thing I want to say right now is that I might be getting a cold, and I will stream as long as my voice holds out, because I am a little scratchy. But let us do this thing. And yes, Laura, I absolutely love this this backdrop. Okay, in this puzzle by James Sinclair, we have a bunch of standard constraints and also halver cells, which is how we're allowed to do this. So we have thermos, digits increase from the bulb to the tip. Sorry, values increase. I should be a little more precise about what's happening. Values increase from the bulb to the tip of a thermo. Values in cells separated by a V sum to 5. Values in cells separated by an X sum to 10. Digits can't repeat in cages, though values can, and they add to the given total. The sum of the values on an arrow is equal to the value in the circle. And then we have halver cells, where exactly one cell in each row, column, and box is a halver. Each digit 1 to 9 is halved once, and the value of a halver cell is equal to its digit divided by 2. Okay, so I see a couple things right off the bat, is that these have to be 7, 8, 9, and not halved. So me we're gonna make this this color. Can you see that for not halved? Hopefully it stands out well enough. Now, one of these has to be halved, and specifically one of the ones on the end has to be halved. Because one of them is double the other, basically. So the rest of this box is not halved. The rest of this column is not halved. Hey, Wario Land. Welcome, welcome. Also, welcome, James. Glad you could make it for this. Okay, and so this has to be high. Um, uh, and one of these is low, and the other one is double that. But halved. Let's see. This is either 1, 2, 3 or a halved. What? 2, 4, 6. So it could also be 4 or 6. Yeah, Wario Land asks the XV accounting for double half, or for halves. Yes, it is the values, not the digits, on X's and V's. All clues consider the values of the digits only, and not the digits themselves, except to say that actual digits can't repeat in cages. Let's see. And we do need to have at least one halver in both of these cages. Yes, thermos also use values. Everything uses values. Yeah. Normally we'd be able to say, like, if this were a regular puzzle and you had this arrangement, this would have to be a 1 and that would have to be a 4. It's the only way that works out. But we don't get to say that in this puzzle. Todd has done some math and say that one of the 18 cages has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, 6. I agree, that does add to 18. And in fact, we know which cage it is, because we can't, we can't do that here because this cage has to have 6 distinct values, whereas that doesn't, because values increase strictly along a cage. Now, what is the actual argument for one of the 18 cages having to do that? Right. Ha half cells on an X have to a whole number. So they have to be even. Ah, okay. So what we're saying is there are two halvers in this cage, which means one of these has to be a halver, which means the rest of this box and the rest of this row are not halvers, and therefore we have placed our first halver, which will be red, I guess. Um, so this is a 2, 4, 6, or 8 with a 1, 2, 3, or 4 here. Why could we not have a 7, 3? Oh, 6. We're using the 6. 7 could go with 3, 6, but we've just said there's a doubled 6 in here. Um, so 6, 7, 3 is out, and actually the double 6 here is out. Or the halved 6, rather. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these is a halved 6. So these aren't halvers. Can't do a half 3. Where can't we do a half 3? We have to have a half 3 somewhere in the puzzle. We're not saying this isn't half. We're saying it could be half. Right. I suppose one of these is a halver, so the rest of the box, and we've also used the halvers for columns 1 and 2, so none of these are halved. So these are genuine digits. Unfortunately, they still could be 2 and 3 here with a halved 5 here. Um, so, um, but these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's not 4. That one's not 1. I guess if it's 2, 3, we also know the order. Um, this is 1, 4, 2, 3. And if it's 2, 3, we need a halved 5. Hey, David, how are you doing today? Okay, where is it now? Box 5? Yeah, I really don't know how uh, pencil marking this works. Oh, this. Uh, well, it's not 6 because we already have a halved 6 up here. Um, so it's either 2 or 3 going between 1 and 4, uh, or it's a halved 5. I guess it could also just be a halved 3 going with a 1 and a 4. But these are the only digits we can put in here. We can't have this, James pointed out, which is perfect because it lets us place both halvers. Uh, well, wait. Why couldn't we have this? Because then it would be too small for the thermo. Ooh, I have to convince myself of that. Uh, 10 minus a half cell is an integer if the thing we're having is even. Why would it necessarily be x? Oh, because both, got it. Both of the halvers that we're putting on this thermo are x 0.5. So we're only putting odd half digits. Uh, this could be 7. Thank you. Uh, right. This has only odd halvers. Okay. So that, whoops, that's not the color I wanted for halvers. That's a halver, so that's a halver. Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to do some math to figure out what's actually in this cage. Okay, no halvers in this row. Let's see, have 7 and have 9. Uh, add to 8. And then the others would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would go 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 9. Oh yeah, it's just strictly limited because we know these are both odd, but half 5 doesn't have 3 integers smaller than it. So there's just has to be 7, and we get to bring out Zach for a 7 dance. Whee! Okay, and that fills in the entire cage. That has to be 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 9, and that adds to 18. No 4 here. Let's see, no 4 here, so that's not 6. Uh, so that's not 8. Ah, perfect, perfect. Now this has to be exactly. This has to be a halved 5. Okay, so no havers here, no havers here. This is a haver. So it's either 2 have to 1 or 4 have to 2. And this isn't a 7. Ah, 2, 4 pair on havers. Very nice. Ah, yes, we get to fill in this X. Thank you. Todd. Okay, so this has a value of 1 or 2. Leaves a lot of things this arrow could be. This arrow is just strictly normal. And it sums to max 6. And it's not 5. Now does 4 break this? I don't think it does. We'd have to put a 1 here and a 3 here. And no, we can't do that. 4 does break. A little hard to see, but we can't put if this is a 4, that's a 2, and we need this to be 1. Oh, and we need this to be 4. Okay, it's just all kinds of breaks. It can't be 5. So, okay, so can this be a 3? One, 2 here. Can't have a 2 on it. That can't be 2. And one of these is for sure 2. Okay, so this can't be 3. So in fact, this can only be 6. And this one sees this 2, 4 pair. So this can't be 2, 4. It has to be 1, 5 in that order. Okay. Well, that was productive. I place this in box 9. Oh, that's very nice, James. Uh, hey, Carl. Welcome. So this digit, not the value, the digit has to go into box 9. We already established that it's not the same as this, so it must go here. But this sees a 2, so that's a 4. That's a 4, which halves to 2 and goes with 8, and 2 there. That's a 2, going with a 9. This is known. It's a 3. And yeah, Todd points out that I just could have done Sudoku on 2 and gotten there without being as complicated. Okay, so we can rule out halvers there and here. Let's see, no 4 in these cells. So there's definitely a 4 in these cells. Uh, and the half digit here is 6, so these aren't a 6. And these aren't halved. So these are actually a 4-6 pair, is what we're saying. Um, so this has a value of 3 or 4. So what can this be? Uh, this could be an 8 if this is the 6. Yeah. Sudoku on 2s and 3s. This is a 2-3 pair. So this is a 1-5 pair. Thank you, James. Oh, so this is a 1-5 pair, points out Todd. Oh, and we know the order. Uh, okay. Oh yeah, I can just finish the box. Uh, so we need an 8 in one of these cells for what that's worth. Oh, 1 and 5 in box 3 go there, points out Jennifer. By good old Sudoku. Uh, 9 in box 3 here. Let's see. Todd wants us to look at this. see, this has a value of 1, 2, 3, 4. This maxes out at 8. Oh, row 3, column 5. I was looking at row 4, column 5. Right. So let's just write in this triple. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's definitely not 9, and it's not 8 either. So that is a 3. So if this is a 4, that's a 7. If this is a 6, that's a 6. So this isn't 8. Right, this can't be 2, 3 in any configuration. Um, uh, so it definitely includes a 1 with a 4 or a halved 8. For sure. James is correct, I believe. So this is either a 9 going with a 1 or a 6 going with a 4 or 8. So this can't be a 4. Otherwise this would be a 4, 6 and break this cell. Right, this isn't halved in any universe. Jennifer wants me to mark. You want me to mark all? Oh, box 7, sure. That's just a naked 8. 4, 6 pair. Let's see, no 4s here. 6, 7. 9 in this. That's a 7. That's a 1. That's a 9. Now we can mark this triple. Ah, 7 in box 2. Points out James. Looks down at that. Oh, this arrow. All right, so that's a 6. That's going to resolve a lot of things. So this has to be a 6 that is halved. That is an unhalved 4. That's not halved. That's not halved. This is just a 1 and a 9 and a 4 or 8. We don't know which. No, we do know. No. Oh, we do know which because of this. So that is a halved 8. So those aren't halved. Those aren't halved. That's not halved. So these are all halved. Got some cleanup to do. What's left in this box? 7 and 2, which we don't know. But we've got these. So these have to be fairly low. As we've used our 9876, 5, 4, 2, and this can't be a 1, so in fact this is just a 3. Is that right? We're adding to 1.5. Yeah, so this has to be our 1. That adds up. Let's see. This arrow. Let's see, let's just mark this column. This is a 2 or a 4. We're going with a 4, so this is either an 8, or a 6, which it is not. So that is an 8. That is a 4. 8 and 2 go in. And now it should just be Sudoku, I guess. 9, looking into box 6. Let's see, 6, 5, and 4, 4 and 6. This column's probably done. It's not. These go into pairs. This is a pair. No 7 or no, that's a 5. That's a 3. These 7 and 1. And yeah, that's gonna bring us home. 7, 6, 3, 2, 7, 3, and 2, and 7 and 8. Very nice. Great use of modifier cells. Yes, lovely. Let's see. I particularly enjoyed this thermo, I think. But there were a lot of cute things in here. Okay, my voice is... I do have a bit of a cold, I think. My voice is doing okay for the moment, but I'm probably not going to be able to do a full-length stream. But let's do another puzzle for now. I'm going to do a full deck and missing a few cards puzzle that's crop key and region sum lines. Let me give them a ping. Also, let me grab a link. That's a link to the puzzle. Let me plop the rules in the description. And yes, ping these two lovely setters. Okay, so we have black dots where digits are in a 2-to-1 ratio, white dots where digits are consecutive, and lines where box borders split a line into segments that all have the same sum. Now this sum is at least 15. Hey, Mehdi. Uh, this sum is at least 15, so these are all from 6, 7, 8, 9. Same thing happens here. So we get a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad in box 5. Let's see, these are from 1, 2, 3, 4 only. And they're not 1 and they're not 2. So in fact, they're a 3, 4 pair. And these cells only come from 1, 2, 3. And they both contain a 1. Wait, scratch that. I don't know why. No, they can't be 5 because they're on black dots. That was right. I was like, why couldn't they be 5? But no, they're on black dots. Okay, that's a cool opening. Let's see, 3 or 4 goes across from a 2, 6, or 8. All right. Well, that was very cute. Now what? Might as well fill in that this is 5 or higher. Oh. Well, they can't both add to 15. Oh, these pairs. White dots in row 5. So one of these is 6, 7, and the other is 8, 9 is the point. And the 6 forces a 9 and forces the sum to be exactly 15. Oh, that's cute, Todd. If this is a 5, that makes this a 6, 9, which means the sum is 15, but that puts a 5 here. So this is legitimately high. Oh, easier, James. Okay. So they're at least 15 because one of them is 6, 7, one of them is higher. Okay. Right, these are both at least 15, but if one of them is more than 15, the other is less than 15, and that doesn't work. Okay, so that is much easier. So in fact, these just are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 and 5 don't go on here. 2 definitely does. And we can do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No 2 off the black dot. No 3, 5 on the black dot. 2 goes here. Okay, so these black dots have 2's looking at them, which means they have to have either a 3 or a 4 on them. Let's see, we do have to put the other 2, 6, 7, 8, 9's in row 4. Oh, nice. Uh, this is 3, 4, 6, 8. But we can't take 6 and 8 out of these cells, or we break the sum. So this is actually 3, 4, which means this is 3, 4. Which means this is 1, 2, and that's 5, and we get to do a 5 dance. Woohoo! Oh no. Sorry, 3, 6. Oh. Undance, undance. No, 3 there. Oh, shoot. So there is a 3 here. Let's see. Right, these aren't 6, 9, they're 7, 8. So 6 and 8 are gone, so that's a 2, that's a 4. This is a 1, 3 pair. That's a 3, this is a 1, 2 pair. Now, oh, and that lets us, let's see, so that's not a 6, so that's not a 9. What's happening? Oh my goodness. It's 4, 8 or 3, 6. I must be getting a cold. My brain is going a bit kooky, but we still get to do this because this is a virtual 6, 8 pair here. So our actual real dance, that we actually get to do with Zach is a 2 dance. So let's try this again. Okay. Real actual correct dance has happened. So we still get this business. That's not a 3, so that's not a 6. This is also 3, 6 or 4, 8. That's not a 4, so that's not an 8. But 6 is gone in this row, so that's not a 6 either. Uh, We have another virtual 6-8 pair in these three cells. Oh, 8 is also gone in this row. Yes. That's not an 8, so that's not a 4. So we actually get a 3-4 pair and a triple left in the row of 1, 2, and what's the other one? 5. That one's not the 2. This is also a 1, 2, 5 triple for what that's worth, and that's not 2. Ah, let's see. That helps. These aren't 6. That's not 6. So let's see. This must be a 7-8 pair now. Uh, let's see. That's not a 6, so that's not a 9. Good evening, Nicholas. How are you doing today? Ah, yes, no 6 here, so no 9 here. So there's definitely a 7 on this black dot. So that's an 8, that's a 7. This is a 6 or an 8. This is a 7 or a 9. So this is a 6 or an 8. So this is a 7 or a 9. This is now just a 6-7 pair, so that's a 9. That's a 6. That's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 6. That's a 3. That's a 7. That's a 6. That's an 8 and a 9 and a 4 and an 8 and a 6. This is now a 1-2 pair. No 1. No 1. 4. This is just a 9. Let's see. 3, so there's a 3 over here. Yeah, this is 2, 4, or 5 only, not 3 or 6 by the column. And it's not 4, because we actually have a 4 pointing over here, so this is a 2 or 5. Nicholas saw it too. True. Not 5 there. Mehdi wants us to place 7 in box 2, which we can do. Let's see. 6 in box 3 goes here. 9 in box 3 goes here. So this is a 7-8 pair, and we know the order of that as well. Oh, 4 in box 2. Yes, that's placed. 4 in box 4. Yes. So no 4 there. 8's going into 8's going into the box. What about 7's? Yes, 7's. And then that's 9 and that's 6. Let's see, one of these is a 7. 6 in box 1 I'm being asked to look at. Yes. Mechti says 7 and 9 in row 1 are also good. Oh yeah, this is the only place for 7, and the only place for 9 after that. Let's see, 3 in box 6 goes here, so that's a 4 and a 5 and a 3 and a 5 and a 1. Hey, Music Cuber, welcome. Yeah, just 1, 3, 5 left in this column. And this one is the 5. Well, let's see. What are we missing here? 1, 5, and 9. The 9 goes here. That's a 5, that's a 1. 2, 5 pair left in the row. 3 and 1 go in. Now that's a 4 and a 3. That's a 5. Let's see, this is just a, what, 2? And, yeah, puzzle's done, I guess. So we just mark the whole thing. 5, 3, 9, 1, 2, yes, puzzle done. 2, 1, 5, 9, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 2, 7, 5, 1, 2, 8, 2, and 1. What a delight. That is very nice. James asked me how I'm feeling. I am up to another puzzle. Up 4. I am up for another puzzle. Hey there, Chinstrap. So let me... Actually, I'm going to take a quick little break and get some more water, but I'll be back in a couple minutes with another puzzle. All right, I am back with this icy fruit puzzle, which is Renbon and German whispers with a twist. And the twist is that a digit can't appear more than its value, uh, more than its own number of times across all lines in the grid. So there are at most uh, 6 6s on lines, which is going to create some nice pressure, uh, especially for low digits on German whispers, because there can only be a single one on every line. Um, this line definitely has a 5 on it, though 5 is like the least pressured digit on lines, so that's not very interesting. So we need to look somewhere else. So, and like only 2 of these lines can have 2s on them. Um, but uh, the other lines, like if it doesn't have 2 on it, it's got to have both 3 and 4 on it. So if we try to have 3 lows on a German whisper, do we break the bank? I don't think we can possibly be missing. There's too many low digits. Right. There's at least 8 low digits on German whispers. But that means we can't use just 1, 2, and 3 because that's only 6. Um, so we have to use 4s. We don't need 4 4s. It's not exactly 4 4s. And I think we need to be careful at this point. Is that it isn't an exactly, it's an up to. Uh, so I think we don't get to use the sum of the things. I don't know. I really want to be careful because this isn't exactly counting circles because it's an up to that number. It's not an exactly that number. The gray line is just a line that is going to contribute to our totals for uh, digits on lines. It has no other rules. Yeah, David getting after. And in order to use a for at all, we have to use three. We have to use three lows. Yeah, I like what David is saying, that two of the German whispers have four on both ends. It can't be this one. Are there any others it can't be? Like, you could actually put a four in the middle on this one, but I'm not sure that really helps you. Using all the one, two, three, fours across only the German whispers is not strictly a problem. That's true. Uh, okay, so it doesn't serve us for this to be four, does it? Because that means we have to use two other low digits, and we haven't really bought ourselves anything. So this can't be four, which means that, and same with this. So we can't have fours in the corners. So when we use fours, we have to put them on the ends. Okay, so we don't need fours on. Yeah, we don't know that. Yeah, fours on ends of German whispers still puts three lows in the lines, which means that right, that's a good point, Jennifer, which means that in order to buy ourselves anything, we have to use two fours anytime we use any fours. Um, uh, because that's the only thing that relieves pressure on the 1, 2, 3s is to use two fours on a line. So exactly two of these lines have two fours uh, on the ends. This one doesn't. And this one can't both have fours on the ends, which means this one does have fours. Do we buy that argument? Because this one can't have it, and both of these can't have it. So this one must, and we get to do it for dance. Oh, Zach is trying to remember the four dance. Okay, so uh right, anytime we don't have fours on the ends, we have to put highs on the ends. Let's see, no 9 there. Right. 9 is ruled off, but we also are going to use all our 1, 2, 3, 4s on uh on the German whispers. Um so these are only from 5, 6, 7, 8. They do have a 6 and a 7 on them each. Jennifer, there are two fours lines. We have to have two. So one of the others is also a fours line. It's true, we get 6 and 7 up here. Okay, so uh, we are using all of our low digits. We are using all of our low digits on German whispers. So this has to be exactly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's only one place. No, there's two places for the 9. So one of these is a 9. And now this line can't be the one with the 4s anymore. So this one is. So that's our 9. Oh, that's a good point, Nicholas. This 4 looked at that, so it was easier than I was making it. And RSK also saw that. Yeah, these have to be the same. So that's not a 5. This is a 6, 7, 8. I'll go ahead and catch up these as being the same digit. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, although not 6, because that would need 2 1s, so this is 7 or 8 only. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, catch up in box 4. That's a cute point. Can only go here. Five, six, seven, eight quad. If ketchup were 8, this would be 876, and this would have no value. So ketchup isn't 8. I get it. So this is at least 567, but it is at most 567. Uh, right. That's not the 5. That's now an 8. But this 6, 7 can't go next to a 3, so this is one of our 1, 2s. No, 8 there. These can't both be 6, 7, but we need 6 and 7, so this is only 6 or 7. Five, 6, 7 triple, placing 8. That's not 8 either. Let's see, no 8 there, so no 3 there. So we have 2 of our 1, 2s on lines. And this 6, 7 means this is our last 1, 2. So in fact, that's a 3. This is also a 3. And this is also a 3. Hey, Kodak, how are you doing? I just saw you. But you've been here a little bit. Right. This is now an 8-9 pair. No 8 here. Oh, I'm fine. I've got a little bit of a cold, but uh, doing okay. Uh, yeah, this whole line sees 8, but uh, really, I think the gray line's only going to come in at the end. Let's see. 9 in box 6 is on the line. Oh, exactly here. Oops. And 3 in box 6 is there. So that needs to be a 3. Eight in column 7. Yes. This digit in box 5 goes here. So we just have a pair left in the row of 1, 2. Oh, this is also 1, 2. Oh, Nicholas asking where does the other 1, 2 go in column 7? It goes here. Um, this has to be a 1, 2 for box 9 because we can't put both of them here. Oh, so the other 1, 2 in box 5 is here. So this is known. It's a 4. 4 in row 4 just goes here. So that's the other 1, 2. These are all from 5, 6, 7. 3 and 4 are the only digits we haven't placed in column 3, and we know the order. How are we doing on 4s? We can put one here and here, and we're done. Uh, we can write it in, Nicholas. These are 1, 2, 8. It'll make things easier later. we've got 4 5s on Eckbert points out we have 4 5s on Renbans. This line can have a 5 on it, and in fact one of these is 5 by Sudoku, but that places 5 in box 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 8. This is a 6, 7 pair. Hang on. Do we know there's a 5 on this line? David saw it at the same time I did. Well, no, David saw it earlier, and I just saw David's comments. But we do have a 1, 2, 8 trip in row 9. And 5, 6, 7 in box 3. Ah, 1, 2. So that's an 8. I believe this is, well, we now have a 1, 2 pair. Wait, why couldn't this be 5? Oh, because of the 5, 6, 7 triple. But I think this cell can still be 5. This is our other 5, 6, 7, 8. But not 6, 7. So one of these, well, it tells us nothing that one of these is 8. Oh, Codex says that we are actually full up on 5, 6, 7s on lines. So yeah, so we get 18 of them, and Codec has counted them for us and say this would be a 19th. Do we count them, or do we believe him? I'm tempted to just believe him. So that's 8, that's 6, 7, that's 5, that's 5, that's 5. Codec wouldn't trust himself, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So yes, this is 18. That's all we get. So that is an 8 and a 5. That's a 5. That's a 5. Oh, I think Mehdi has a good point, but let me circle back to it once I do a cleanup. 6, 7 pair, that's a 5. Mehdi's point is that if these are both 2, we rule 2 out of box 4. And the effect of that is that outside of these 2 cells, we can't put 1 on any line, which certainly makes that a 2. So that's a 7. That is going to, let's see, 7 is now vertical in box 5. So that's a 6. So that must be our 7. This is our other 1, 2 for the row. That's a 7, so red circle is 7. That's only a 5. That's a 6. That's a 6. We might have to count 7s on lines. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't have any more 7s on lines. So that's 6 with a 1. And that's the only 1 we get. So that's a 2, and that's going to solve our 1, 2s. And I think that's puzzle done. Let's see what happens when we mark. 2, 7. That's a 3, 9, 5, 3, 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 6. Yeah, this is going to do it. 3, 2, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Oh, that was lovely. I know icy fruit can sometimes make very intimidating puzzles. That was quite nice. Yeah, I don't know icy fruit on Discord, so I couldn't ping them. They might be on the CTC Discord, I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. I think I'm probably good for one more puzzle. I think my throat is going to give out, but I think we can do one more. Let's see. Let's do this Killer Parody Mirror by Math Pesto. Uh, yep, let me give them a ping. Okay. So here, digits don't repeat in a cage, and the cages sum to 11. And we mirror digits parity across blah. We mirror digits parity across the line. Oh, Jennifer has a digit. Yeah, 45 minus 11 minus 11. Um, 45 minus 22 is 23, which adds to 689. And with the parity mirror, we can only do it one way. No, I did that wrong. This is the 9. And these are the 6, 8. We could do a 9 dance. Okay. Yes, there's only one way to do 11 in 4. Points out James. Also here. Let's see. Ah, these two need to be opposite parity, so they definitely uh they definitely contain the 2. So one of these is 2, so this isn't 2. Hey, Math Pesto, how are you doing today? Let's see. I guess that means one of our diagonals is 5. Oh, but we know which is the 135 cage, because we can't make it this one. Or sorry, 137. No, we can't. Sorry, 137. Ignore me. Let's see. These correspond to these. So these are one of each, which means the other digit uh, uh, the other digit has to be even. So that's even, and that's even. Let's see, just yeah, these are 137 and 245. Right, which does mean these are both odd. Let's see. Mehdi points out that these are the same digit and wants us to place that in box 2. Uh, well, okay, so the first thing we can say is that these are odd. And that's odd. So this reflects here. That's odd to reflect that. Oh, we get the same 6, 8, 9 things. Because just repeating the logic from box 1. So our 135 has to go in a cage. Which seems fine. This has 2 evens. This one's going to have 2 evens. This is all odd, points out Egbert. So these are odd, and therefore I believe 137. And these are 2, 4, 5. That one's not the 5. But these, as pointed out, are all the same digit, so they're neither 5 nor 7. So 7 looks down. Yes, these 3 odds correspond to, I believe, these 3 digits, if I'm doing that right. I'm not. It's these 3 digits. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this could be the 5. So I don't get to do those eliminations. But I do get to reflect these odds. Let's see. So we only get one more odd in this box outside of here, which doesn't tell us anything up here. Okay. Yeah, we do have a quad here. Let's see. Let's see. 9 can't go in a 3-digit. This has a 2 looking at it, so it can't go here. So 9 actually goes here. That's very nice. Oh, and Jennifer also saw it. So that is odd. Uh, okay, so this isn't 2947 or 56 by this cage, right? So it's just 38. We don't know the order, but we can write in the rest of the row. We still need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6, and a 7. Right, if this is all odd, that puts 6 odds in the box. Can't do that. So this is not all odds. So it's not 137. So this isn't a 1-7 pair. So that it definitely contains a 6. And it's not 2-4-6. Uh, so this is just 1-6. 7's there. That's a 4, which is even. 7 is odd. These are both odd. Which I think correspond to these. So that's not a 2. Let's see. Uh, this is not 4-7, 5-6. Or 2-9, so it's 3-8. So we need 3 and 8 in these cells. 8 goes here, so that's even, which reflects here. One of these is 3, that's not 3. Uh, yeah, this is the only place for 9 in column 3. Right. So this isn't the 1-3-7 cage. That's a 5. These are a 2-4 and are even. These are 1-3-7 and are all odd. See, no 5 in these cells. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 odds in column 3. Oh, 2 now placed in box 1. Thank you, James. So we can write in this pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So these are both odd. So this has to be even for the column. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odds. So this is even. And there's a 6. That's an odd. It's a 1. Oh, that was easier to do by just mirror. This is, yes, this is 3, 8 again. Yep. Let's see. Where haven't I done reflection? Uh, 4 in column 3. Yes, it's gonna go there. Have I reflected? Yeah, I have. Ah, there. That's our 8. That's our 3. Okay. 2 in column 2 can only go here. So we need a 6 in one of these cells. So we need a 6 in one of these cells. Let's see. In this box, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 odds. Todd says this is even. I don't understand. Yeah, these 3s look down. Thank you, David. And these 3s now look across. Oh, this sees a right. Sees 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So it just sees all odd digits. So that's even, and that's even. That's even now. It is 8. That's odd and is 3. So that's going to place our 2 here. Oh, and this 3, 5 pair means that's just a 1. 6 and 8 go in. That's now our 6. That's odd. And these reflect to these. So that's even and that's odd. And this is just a 9. And this is a 6. This is now all the odd digits in the row. So these are even, and that one's 2. So that's 5. Okay. Mirror. That is now even. That's odd. That all works out. This is now even. It's a 2. Odd, it's a 5. That reflects here. So this is the 8. That's the 3. Okay, 1 and 3. All right, I have a ton of reflection to do. This is now our last even. These are odd. That's 2, that's 4 if we're filling in values. That's 6. 4 is now placed here, so that's even. That's an 8. Okay. All odds in this row. That's a 4. That's an 8. That's a 6. That's a 4. That's odd. Let's see. 3 in row 7, and that's now a 7. That's a 7. That's a 9. Mm. 6 now placed in column 6. So those are even. Which makes these odd. Let's see. Yeah, our last odd in column 6. Two here, 8 here. Honestly, we probably can mark. Yeah, 4 is placed here. That's a 2. That's an 8. These are odd. And yep. Woohoo! Very nice. Sirdak asks, how do we choose puzzles? We get them from a variety of sources. Some authors have their own places where they distribute puzzles. Probably the majority of our puzzles come from Logic Masters Germany. but it is largely what catches our eye. Unfortunately, I do have a bit of a cold, and I think my throat is telling me that now is where I need to wrap up stream. So, thank you everyone for coming. Sorry we couldn't do more today, but had a great time with the puzzles that we did do. If you could drop a like on the stream on your way out, that would be much appreciated. I want to thank everyone for subscribing. And thank you so much to those of you who are able to support the stream financially. We couldn't do as much as we do without you. And I especially want to thank our Turbine-level supporters, which are Daniel, David, Franco, Nell, Nordy, Plunktime, Wario, and ELOSF. So thanks, everyone.Zetamath will be back on stream on Sunday. In the meantime, we have Let's Plays, and we have another pencil puzzle invitation to puzzles coming out tomorrow morning. So plenty to see here, and we will see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.